Did you know that the very first videos we shot for this YouTube channel were filmed with a cell phone? It was a Samsung Galaxy S8, and while it shot really great video, we had a hard time getting stable, unshaky video with it. So one of the first accessories that we bought was a Zhiyun Smooth Q gimbal. We bought that gimbal almost 4 years ago, and it's still one of our all-time favorite gimbals. But recently, Zhiyun released the Smooth Q3, which is the newest version of this gimbal. So I have it here with me right now, and I'm really excited to see what kind of new features it has for shooting smartphone videos. So this is the gimbal right here. It's compatible with both iPhones and Androids. I'm still rocking my Samsung Galaxy, but I have upgraded to the S10, and this phone works really well with this gimbal. So this gimbal might appear a lot like the DJI OM gimbals, and I haven't tried those DJI gimbals. I can't tell you based on experience how they're different, but there are a couple of key things that I can see just by looking at the specs. And the first big difference is that those DJI gimbals are a lot more expensive. This Zhiyun gimbal is $89 US versus the DJI gimbals are about $150 US. So they cost a lot more. Also, the DJI OM4 is quite a bit bigger and heavier than this gimbal, although there is a new DJI OM5 gimbal which is a lot smaller, but still more expensive. So if you've ever used a smartphone gimbal before, then this gimbal has a lot of the same standard features, but it does have a few unique features as well. But let's start with those standard features. First of all, you take your phone, you might want to take it out of the case. Sometimes it works with the case, but I find that it's a lot more reliable if you put your phone in without the case. But you just slip that into the gimbal like this. It has a little clip. That's another difference, by the way, of this Zhiyun gimbal. It has a smartphone clip versus the DJI gimbals, which have a magnetic attachment. Next, you want to go over to the side of the gimbal and loosen this knob and pull this up until it clicks, and then tighten the knob back into place. So this sliding feature is a unique selling point of this Zhiyun gimbal because its ability to do that makes this gimbal a lot more compact so that it's easier to stow and travel with. When this gimbal is by itself, it weighs a total of 340 grams, which is fairly lightweight. The design of this Zhiyun gimbal is also special because it allows you to shoot with the ultra wide angle lens that might come on your cell phone. So my Samsung Galaxy S10 does have that wide angle lens, and I do notice with some other gimbals that I use that sometimes the gimbal does get in my frame as I'm shooting. And that's not an issue when I'm shooting with this Zhiyun gimbal, which is a really nice feature. The next thing we want to do is go into the two other axes here and make sure that they're unlocked, and then we can hit that power button up front. Might take a few seconds, but then the gimbal powers on, and then our cell phone is ready to start shooting stable video. So one little quirk about this gimbal though is that when it does power on, it automatically goes into portrait or vertical mode. There's not a way that I've found to set the default mode to horizontal, but it is very easy to make it horizontal. You just want to go to this front button here and triple press it. You can also use this front button to double tap it to recenter the gimbal in case it gets really off in some position. So if we look at the handle here, we have a few other key controls, including a joystick, which we can use to change the orientation of the camera. And we also have modes. So there are 4 different gimbal modes for shooting with this gimbal. You can shoot in POV mode, all lock, pan, tilt, and follow, or pan follow mode. On the side of the gimbal, there's also a zoom toggle for zooming in and out of your frame whenever you're connected to the Zhiyun camera app. If you take a close look at the cell phone mount of the gimbal, you'll notice yet another new feature of this Zhiyun gimbal, and that is an integrated LED light. This LED light can swivel, and it also has 3 brightness levels, so it's really handy for shooting selfies or vlogs. This is a test vlog with the Zhiyun gimbal without the LED light. Now we're going to power it on. That's what it looks like with the LED light. So one feature that I absolutely love about the Zhiyun gimbal and the app is Active Track. So with Active Track, you want to make sure that your phone is connected to the gimbal via Bluetooth, and then open that ZY Cami app. Go into the camera, and then you can drag to select your subject. In this case, it's myself. Then there's going to be a little green box around you, and after that, whenever you move around, the gimbal and thus the camera are going to follow you. So it's kind of like having your own personal movie assistant or videographer that's filming you. And because it's a gimbal, you can go all the way around. Sometimes it might lose you a little bit, but if it does lose you, it's really easy to just go in there and drag that green box around yourself again, and then the gimbal and the camera should follow you. Something else that's really cool about this app is that it also has gesture control, which you can enable by pressing on the little hand icon inside of the ZY camera app. Whenever the gesture control is enabled, you can hold up one hand to start recording, and you can also hold up two peace signs to enable active track. Now, as you can see, the gesture control can be a little bit slow, but it does eventually kick in. And it also has a really weird default sound, which I'm sure there's a way to turn that off. The Zhiyun camera app also has some other really nice automated video features, such as instant dolly zoom and magic clone. Personally, I don't really use those other features often. I'm happy with just a regular gimbal with active track, but if you really like those automated features, then those are available as well. And the final really great feature about this app is its battery life. It has a 15-hour battery life, and you can also recharge the built-in battery via the USB-C port. So overall, I'm really impressed with the improvements that Zhiyun has made to the Smooth Q gimbal. The Q3 is a really big step up from that original Smooth Q, but I loved that Smooth Q just because it was so reliable and consistent, and most importantly, the original Zhiyun camera app was actually quite good. It always had really strong connectivity and was super reliable, and so now they have a newer camera app, the Zhiyun Cami app, and so far it's been really reliable in my testing, but I really hope that it holds up well over time, because there are some other gimbal brands where their main downfall is their smartphone app, but Zhiyun, in my previous experience, their camera apps have always been really strong. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if you would pick up a gimbal like this, or if there's another smartphone gimbal that you prefer instead. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.